reviewing the Details by Tati specialty set today. I almost didn't film today because my allergies are bothering me so bad. So we're gonna just do our best today. I know that the SP5 was intended for eyeshadow, but I'm actually gonna use this basically as a concealer brush. In case you're like me and are thinking, oh, I don't typically like brushes like that for eyeshadow, this is another way you can use the SP5. Nice and easy. It has a great density, so it picks up a good amount of product without being stiff. So it's very flexible, as you can see here. It's getting in those grooves. Since this was intended for the eye area, I'm actually gonna place some cream contour there. Also, let's just start snatching the nose with this. This is probably my favorite shape to use when I'm doing a cream contour on the nose. If you have a similar face shape to me and it's kind of hard to get a brush into this area between the brow bone and the nose, this brush is gonna be your best friend. Very surprised by this brush because I've had a couple brushes like this in the past and they were just okay, but I think I really like this one. I'm gonna be doing brush comparisons in future videos. Want to see the other brush sets in action? I did post those videos already and I'm gonna be sharing more, so definitely follow along. SP3, this is one of the brushes I was most excited about because of the size and because of the flexibility. I've had some brushes like this, but they're very stiff. The perfect size, look, so it just perfectly fits in smaller pans. Chisel up the face. Based off of my preference alone, I'm probably going to be using this one a lot more than the fan brush, even though the fan brush does work great. Go ahead and test out the SP1. Okay, that is amazing. Look at that. SP5, and just kind of like clean up the blend over here. SP2, this is literally my favorite type of blush brush, so we're gonna try this out next. Creams first. Pretty. It's a nice size, so it can fit into smaller pans, which I really appreciate. Just bronze up the face. So far, I really like the precision that this brush set allows for compared to the other brush sets where they do have bigger brushes. This is why this is my favorite type of brush. You can get precision, or you can splay it out more like this. I'm gonna take the SP5, dip it into my bronzer. Now test this out as a jumbo eyeshadow brush. Someone like me who has a lot of lid space, something like this could be nice, like a one and done eyeshadow look. Going in with the SP6, such an interesting brush shape. I went to that bronzer. Let's see how much precision we can get with this. Okay, so this works to get a little bit more detail in the crease, especially if you have hooded eyes. I'm gonna have to play with this one a little bit more. I honestly don't like this one as much as I thought I would. But again, we'll have to see because I don't really believe in first impressions. And I really like to give products a chance because it's happened so many times where there's products I thought I didn't like and I ended up loving. Surprisingly, I like the SP5 more than I thought I would. This little highlighter shade, the inner corner. I think I might like this for the inner corner already more than I liked it for the detail work. Brow bone, center of her nose, I like the cupid's bow. The super interesting brush of the collection, this is the SP4. See that little slant it has? And then similar to that eyeshadow fan brush, it's like very like splayed out on the edges. It's created to be the perfect highlighter brush, so let's test her out. This highlighter is very intense, and this really just applies it nice, beautiful, and diffused. I wasn't sure about this brush, but I think I like her a lot. Just gonna go in with a little blush and let's tap her on. Okay, wow, this brush is so soft. Oh my gosh. I honestly saw this brush and thought it was kind of gimmicky. It feels so fun to use. I go in with some finishing powder. Putting finishing powder on the rest of my face. And I think this would also work like, let's say we go into the bronzer. If you want to do a little bit more detailed work with your bronzer. This actually kind of fits like on the eye area also. Surprised by the SP4. I like this brush a lot more than I was anticipating. My final thoughts on the specialty set from Details by Tati. This is an amazing brush set. And again, we'll see how I end up liking them because maybe I like them now, but I won't like them so much later. But for me, as someone who's tried a lot of makeup beauty products, I can usually tell right away what I do like. The things that I don't like, I kind of take it with a grain of salt and I play with it a little bit more because there's been a lot of products I've tried where I didn't like it at first, but after getting to know the product, I liked it in the end. I have so many brushes like the SP7. I'll do a quick little demo just so we can see. It isn't the type of brush I end up using and gravitating towards. So this would work nicely if you just need a little bit of detail work. I think I might even prefer it to the SP6. There's not a bad brush in this set, but if I was being nitpicky, I would say these two, the SP6 and 7, are the two that I'm just kind of like about. It's more of an interesting brush. You don't see a lot like this on the market. Definitely want to play with this more, but with something like the SP7, it's just like a smaller blender, super tiny. If you like that kind of detail work, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just, again, don't really gravitate towards brushes like this in my collection. But are any of these bad? I don't think so. I think these are all great brushes. I recommend you give it a try if you've been wanting to try out the specialty set.